Welcome to the Leader's Edge podcast. I'm Sandy Laycox, editor-in-chief of Leader's Edge. In this episode, I talk with Nolan Steenberg, who is a solutions engineer at First Insurance Funding. We discuss new developments in the digitization of premium financing, the importance of integrated systems, managing compliance, and more. Give it a listen. All right, Nolan, thank you so much for joining me. It's great to have you here to talk about premium financing with me.
Thanks, Sandy. Great to be here.
So we're just going to jump right in. You are with First Insurance Funding, which is one of the largest premium financing companies in North America, has been operating for 30 years. Tell us what new developments you've seen recently that agents and brokers should know about.
The elephant in the room, the unavoidable thing, is the rise of insurtechs in the past few years. You've got, massive conferences like InsurTech Connect that are really, in their mind, disrupting the space. There's lots of new players with flashy technology, and they're affecting the entire value chain of insurance. So rate, quote, bind, claims, policy management, really everything. I guess my advice for the agents and brokers out there is, being careful in their review and research of these new companies to partner with, making sure they're compliant, that their solutions are, comprehensive and really handle what they're looking for, and making sure they have the necessary experience in the insurance industry. Even if it's a young company, that they have, insurance industry experts that are working with them and vouching for them.
Yeah, even as we talk, we see some of these companies not making it, right? And we're seeing sort of some of that happening. So it does seem really important to really figure out the ones that are really going to be able to make it through the beginning stages and find that role in the value chain.
Right. That's a great point there. Consolidating, but at the same time, 10 new pop up.
Right.
And then even beyond just, the new startups, there's companies outside of the insurance industry branching out and offering their services within it. So a good example I have of this is I spoke with an executive at an MGA at a recent conference, and they partnered with a payment technology company that wasn't really native to insurance, but they're experts at payments. And the relationship worked out very well until they found out that they were out of compliance in certain areas. So it's kind of an eye-opening experience that, although the technology and the solution was excellent, they didn't have the necessary support from a native insurance industry company that they might have had elsewhere.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, as you said, digitization and technology is touching every part of the insurance value chain now. Discuss with me the role in premium financing as part of servicing clients and meeting their expectations of digitization.
Right. So as you mentioned, customers just want to pay for things simply. They really demand that the process be more simple because that's how the rest of their life is. They go to Amazon and they buy something in a very simple, seamless process. Obviously, the commercial insurance industry has not quite reached that standard, but the customers are demanding that we move in that direction. The role premium finance plays in that is, we're an important yet small slice of that chain of purchasing insurance. And it behooves us to contribute to that user experience and make sure that opting for financing when purchasing your insurance policies is as simple as it can be.
And so within that, your company talks a lot about the importance of an integrated system, right, for the broker within their agency management system. Tell us about the importance of making sure that integration is there.
Yeah, integrating an agency's, agency management system with premium financing is absolutely key. That efficiency gained from keeping all of their operations on one automated platform just makes them so much more efficient and able to drive down their own operating costs. It also allows agents to automatically offer premium financing on all their policies, which we've seen evidence that it not only increases the premium financing in their portfolio, but also increases their customer take ratio.
So it's really helping them sort of on the both ends of operational efficiency as well as customer experience, sounds like.
Yes, absolutely. And, most importantly, I would say their bottom line.
Yep. Okay, you mentioned earlier in your InsurTech example of a company that was surprisingly to them out of compliance. So let's talk about the compliance risks associated with premium financing and technology, and then how you manage those.
So to start with technology, there's all sorts of risks associated with technology, and this isn't limited to premium financing, but integrations in general. I would say
Mhm.
cyber attacks. With all the activity with Russia and Ukraine, I think I saw a stat the other day that cyber attacks are at an all-time high.
Mhm.
Um, they're not completely unavoidable, but they can be mitigated by making sure that you're partnering with a company that has best security practices in place, that's properly encrypting their data in rest and at transit and following best security protocols.
Mhm.
Um, for premium finance, there are few compliance risks. I would say there's um, specific premium finance regulations if you go state by state, and ensuring that you're working with a premium finance partner that follows all those regulations is important to avoid disgruntled customers and compliance risk down the line.
Obviously, this can be a challenge for agents and brokers when they're working with their clients. What are the other challenges you see as they are looking at premium financing, maybe for clients who clearly have a need for it or they aren't sure? What are the biggest challenges you see for brokers and agents in this realm?
One of the biggest challenges I see is capacity and time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has more time to give up in their day. That's a really tough ask. And to have them give up more time for premium financing rather than selling insurance is a very tough ask for our broker and agent partners.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of why I harp back to making sure you have automated integrated solutions so that you can offer premium financing to your customers because it is a valuable benefit without spending that valued time.
Yep, absolutely. It's one of the most important things, right?
Mhm.
And so I see how if you have that integration there, again, going back to that, you have that efficiency and you're able to sort of really smoothly probably work with clients in that area.
Right. And with, rising premium costs in a hard market, uh, it really behooves agents to give their customers a chance to see, payment terms, with a 15% down payment and low monthly installments rather than those high annual premiums.
Hmm. So aside from the integration that we've talked about a little bit as sort of one of the best ways to really make this happen smoothly, are there any other best practices in premium financing that you would suggest for agents and brokers to think about?
I would say they should reach out to their premium finance companies and make sure that they have, smart pricing for their policies and their customer base,
Hmm.
making sure they can act on behalf of their customers as best as possible.
And I have to go back to the technology here. What do you see as next for innovation within the premium financing realm, within the technology, within the insurtechs? What do you see as sort of maybe the next step there?
So I think we're going to continue to see extremely sophisticated integrations built between agency management systems, payment systems, and premium finance companies. So those three different types of entities are really going to collaborate and create awesome user experiences in the next few years.
Do you see a lot of collaboration happening with different tech companies in the work that you're doing?
Absolutely, yes. There's plenty of technology conferences, including the major InsurTech Connect conference in Vegas, where it's really become an awesome place for collaboration and to reach out to these different companies and see, what are we all driving at? And it really is improving the user experience and making the lives easier for our insurance agents and brokers. And from our point of view, it's really smoothing out the payment process for the customer. We want it to be easy for a customer that likes the coverage to then choose, do I want to just pay for it up front now or finance over the course of the year and move on with their life and return to their business?
Mm-hmm. And I would imagine, and maybe I'm wrong here, is this really super crucial for smaller businesses, or do you find across the spectrum this is a need?
Oh, it's definitely a need across the spectrum. We finance, extremely small and extremely large policies, just depending on the liquidity constraints of the individual customers.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I mentioned before, it really makes sense to offer premium financing to 100% of your customers if you can find the time and capacity to do so.
Mm-hmm. Well, Nolan, I think this has been a great discussion here on what's going on in premium financing. I really appreciate all of your thoughts. It seems like, we're constantly talking about technology and how it's moving through the insurance value chain, and it seems like this is no exception.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for chatting with me, and I hope you'll join me again sometime.
Thanks, Sandy.
That was Nolan Steenberg of First Insurance Funding. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. For more Leaders Edge podcasts, visit leadersedge.com or search for us on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.